Hey, everything that's going on with the coronavirus at the moment obviously means there's no racing, which can't be helped because obviously it's for the good of people's health. Um, so to cheer myself up, I've decided to do a flashback video to this time last year when I was lucky enough to actually go to Maranello and Modena and Ferrari fanboy out in the Ferrari Heartland. It was the Michael 50th anniversary at the museum in Maranello. So I'll be sharing photographs and pictures from my experience of going to that, plus wandering around Maranello and in general, and the Museo di Enzo Ferrari at Modena as well. I hope you enjoy them all anyway, and thank you for watching.
Leaving Stansted, it all went a bit wrong as we got on the plane, only for there to be an issue on the runway and the flight to be delayed for a couple of hours. The knock-on effect of this was then going to Bologna Airport at about 2:30 in the morning, when of course all the hire car places were shut, so I then spent 6 odd hours waiting in Bologna Airport overnight, when I could have been done with the sleep. As not very easy and comfortable to go to sleep on the floors in that place. Eventually, 8 o'clock and 8:30 in the morning, I managed to get a hire car and eventually get to the hotel, which is the Maranello Village, which has for me got unquestionably the best reception desk in the world. Lots of nostalgia and pictures and engines from road cars and all sorts of things all around the place. Pictures on the wall from championship winning cars, and it's an amazing site just as a place, as a venue, as a base to be. I absolutely adore the place. I've been to Maranello twice now, and although it's based a little far out the city itself, it's a place I enjoy being at. Walking into Maranello itself, I swung past the Ferrari factory, road car factory, just to have a look at it because when in Maranello, the sense of history in the place, even the street names, whether it's Nuvolari, Musso, and of course Enzo Ferrari itself and Gilles Villeneuve. It's an amazing place. You've got the two different factories there. The new factory, which is where their sporting headquarters is based out of. Above the main entrance of it, whenever they have a race victory for a season, they put a flag up. You've also got the old factory as well, which currently produces the road cars. The historic old entrance to it, which is basically a photo opportunity for everyone. And then around the corner from that, you've got the Ferrari Museum in Maranello itself. In the main entrance, you've got the car on the wall. Going into it, you've got production cars from every era, and the different themes going on each time. As with most museums, they'll change the display frequently just to ensure people, every time they want to go back, if they go back regularly, there's something new there. This year, the big one, of course, was the Michael at 50 display, delving deep into the history and his relationship with Ferrari and what he achieved with them. This included a look at the statistics and the results he got, and the cars he helped develop with them. There's some memorable quotes and moments that involved him. Going into the most important room in the entire museum is the trophy room. That's where the display of cars normally is that they have on show at that point. In this case, because it was the main part of the Michael presentation, it had a collection of the most important cars from his Ferrari career there. And it is the trophy room. So whenever you get people joke about how Ferrari's trophy cabinet, and they always show a picture of it empty, the actual one containing all the wins that they've had as a team, it's slightly bigger than that. There is a bit more to it. Yes and no, there's not necessarily been so much added recently, but it's still an impressive collection to look at. In the room as well, it includes a list of all the people who've won titles with them. So Ascari, Fangio, Hawthorne, Hill, Surtees, Lauda, Scheckter, Michael himself, and of course Kimi. That's some great names from the history of the sport. I think I posted a picture on Twitter at the time when I was there, basically saying, "This is my church." And the room has that effect. It's like going, a place of worship for a Ferrari fan. It has that effect. The memories, the cars, the trophies, music playing, everything to remind you of how sort of special the team is. It's an incredible experience if you are a Ferrari fan. Leaving that section, you moved into another one of cars driven by Enzo, which is another classic display of classic Ferraris. And leaving them behind, it went into some more modern exotica, and I very much love them. Leaving the museum, I took a walk down the road to the Via di Gilles Villeneuve, saying hi to the statue of him that was there, and having a look at the gates of Fiorano, as you do when you're there. Following that, moved on to Modena and to the Museum di Enzo Ferrari. There's all kinds of things there. It's almost like an art gallery. Like there's that same thing of like being in a place of resonance, especially in the old museum itself, which was his father's old workshop. If you see, you've got the pictures in there of drivers, and you've got like the old museum, the old first factory as it was in Modena, and then the model of the one how it was in Maranello when they first moved into that. And the main room itself is just, so where it's painted white, it's almost hushed reverence as you're looking around the engines and the cars which are there, and it's a thing. It feels special if you're a Ferrari fan. As you move over to the newer part of the museum, again, it's a big open area with just cars on display at various points, each one telling a story of the stage and the history of the Ferrari marquee. Again, like so with the other museum, they have differing displays on there which they change yearly, however many often. Speaking to Jason at SFC Silverstone, when he went there once, they had a Maserati display on, so it could be anything. On the end wall of it, they'll have every half an hour or like a video show. Once I saw in the past, it was stars and their cars, which was like a visual display of various Ferraris that had been owned by TV stars and people in the past. And this one, on this occasion, it was a life and times of Enzo Ferrari, saying that runs every half an hour. It's the kind of museum where you can spend an hour and a half walking around looking at every car from every angle and just absorbing it in, or you can be out within 10 minutes if you're not interested. But again, if you're a Ferrari fan, you'll enjoy it. Dinner that evening was in the restaurant opposite the old gates to the original Ferrari factory. A very special place, which from the end of this year will apparently be under new management. But at the time when I went there, it was just wall-to-wall memorabilia from various parts of Ferraris with engines in there, driver helmets and autographs, and it just felt a very special place to be sitting and having food. Yes, admittedly, I am a bit biased on this one. Other people might be colder towards it, but I'm sitting there just staring around myself going, wow. Perhaps not quite as good as the restaurant Montana, which is near the Fiorano track, but it was still a wonderful environment to sit down and have a meal in. From there, I had a quick sneak peek back at the museum where they had the Competizione GT Awards going on. Didn't manage to catch any drivers or whatever else, but following that, had a quick look around the rest of Maranello, which was always enjoyable. The factories and roundabouts and just the place and the tone of the place in general just seems to have a almost even more magical feel about it under lights. And then you got some of the artwork decorating the hotel itself, which is very nice. Got up on the Sunday knowing that I'd have to be flying home at tea time that day, but I'd achieved most of the things I wanted to do the day before, so that was the day of just taking it easy and looking at some of the random stuff in shops and just unwinding and absorbing as much of Maranello as possible. The wall-to-wall Ferraris everywhere, as you might expect, and the occasional random Lamborghini as well. I wandered back up to Fiorano, which was great. Randomly wandered into Marcus Armstrong when he was going in there to do training. And the all-female team who were racing in the European Le Mans Series that year were testing their car out of the Fiorano track, so I took some pictures of that. Lunchtime, just wandered into the town centre itself and just had a very relaxed time absorbing it all in. Maranello is a wonderful, wonderful place. If you are a Ferrari fan, you can't help but enjoy yourself there. All too soon, it was time to head home again. But I'm hoping to be able to go back again at some point soon. I'm looking forward, and I fully encourage you, when the corona situation has sorted itself out, if you are a fan of Ferraris, then please go. You will enjoy it. All that remains to say is thank you very much for watching. Whilst I suspect my random running on probably wasn't the high point of the video, hopefully people have enjoyed the photos anyway. As I say, click a like and subscribe if you'd like to, but otherwise, have a good day. Bye bye.